Have you ever been working on something and you've discovered you've got a stripped bolt hole? Well, today I'll show you how to fix it. Okay guys, welcome back to MG Rebuild, and hello to all the new subscribers once again. With this virus, it is getting hard to get parts at the moment, so I'm having to do a few little things, and this will be a bit of a short video. But anyway, I'll run you through something. On the actual front timing gear cover, there's two bolt holes that are nearly always stripped out, which is these bottom two here. Now, at the moment, this one here is okay, but this one is stripped. And cut that bit out anyway. So, as you can see, that one's good, but the other one, it's been stripped and has actually been drilled out. Now, there's three ways that I know of on how to actually fix this or overcome this. Now, on mine, when I was actually pulling it apart, I discovered there was two nuts on the bottom, and we'll just cut to that. Yeah, so okay, we've got some light on the subject there now. You can see there's two nuts on the screw, on the bolt. So it looks like they've most likely stripped the thread in there and replace it with two nuts. So basically that way is to actually drill a bigger hole through there and put a nut and a bolt on there to actually hold it all together. Another method is to actually drill it out and tap out and put a bigger bolt in there. But if you want to use the same size bolt as the rest of it, there is a way. Now, I'll be using what they call helicoils, or in this case it's called a thread repair kit. And inside is the actual kit. This is what we're going to be inserting into the actual thread. That's a helicoil. Okay. Now, once this is in, this will actually make the thread stronger than it was before. You can see there's a little tang there. There's a little breakaway there. Now I'll show you how that all works afterwards. But first things first, we've got to mount this up so we can actually start drilling the hole out. Okay. What you can see, I've actually put it into a bit of a vise or a bit of a workbench here, so it's nice and tight. I've marked which hole it is so we don't get confused and drill up the good hole. And what we need to do is drill this hole out. Now in the kit, it comes with a drill and a few other things, and we'll go through those shortly. So I just like to put a little bit of oil on here. Now this hole does go all the way through, so don't really need to have the oil on there. The oil is just sort of to hold all the metal filings that comes out. So we'll just do that, make sure it's nice and straight. Need to turn my clutch up. Just like that. Along with the kit comes a tap to actually tap the hole out and put a thread in there. Now you've got to make sure you get this right in there and nice and square. Now you want to back it off just every revolution. Just give it a bit of a quarter of a turn back or half a turn back, just to make sure that the actual thread is nice and clear and not getting caught up in anything. Now this would be the same principle at the moment if you was actually going to put a bigger bolt in there. You would have to drill a bigger hole and use a bigger tap but this would be the same sort of method so far. Okay, we'll keep going. So as you can see there's a nice thread being cut in the alloy. So what we need to do now, we'll get one of the helicoils. We'll pop a little bit of Loctite on there, and just insert it. So I've got some Dynagrip permanent thread locker. So it's one that you use. There's a couple of different colours. There's a blue and a red. And you want the red because it's going to be a permanent fixture. You don't want it for it to actually have to be removed. Now, the helicoil, as we said, there's a little tang on there. And that's so you can wind it in. You put that little tool in there and it allows you to actually wind the helicoil in. Now, we need to wind it in, all the way in, and about one turn past the actual top of that. So we'll just put a bit of thread lock on there now. Here it comes. That's all we need. In this case, less is more. Okay. And then we just carefully thread this in the hole. Now, of course, being a spring, it wants to spring back because it's going against its action, but you just keep the pressure on. We'll just punch that out and give it a try. And there you go. Done. Now, I know most of you guys already know how to do all this, but this is the first time I've done one. It did take me 3 attempts because it's just a cheap set, and I don't know, they're just not as good as they could have been. But this now saved me having to buy a whole new timing case. Hopefully someone else might get a little bit of help out of it. I can't imagine how much these will be because I don't think they'll be cheap. So for a kit that's worth about $30, I've most likely saved a couple of $100 having to buy a new one. So there we go. As you all know, the X-Peg engine, and possibly the X-Peg engine, I'm not sure about that one, has an oil leak problem at the back on the rear main seal. Now, there is a kit you can buy for it, and it does look really good. But with this virus going on, I don't have a machine shop open that's close enough for me to be able to get the work done. And plus also with the exchange rate, the kit would cost around about $400 to be able to do that. And at this point in time, I can't justify that. Yes, I'm going to make a bit of a mess and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, what I'm going to do is use the old method, because I have heard that the new seals can still leak as well. So anyway, part of making the actual old kit work better is to modify this tube. And this tube is where the actual oil, when it gets thrown around in the actual crankshaft, it will come back down and back down this hole, down this tube and into the sump. Now, by shortening it and putting a 45-degree cut in it, that just improves the actual flow. So what we do, we'll take the pipe out, give it a bit of a clean up. make a mark of 45 degrees. And then we cut it off.
Smoke smell now. Didn't catch anything from fire.
So, as you can see there, it's a nice 45 degrees, but it's very rough. So I'll just run it over the actual bench grinder to clean it up. Okay, as you can see there now, she's all nice and angled and cleaned up. I've also cleaned out the inside and filed that down as well. So simply, that will just go back in there. And when that's put back in the engine. So that will help the actual oil come out. And hopefully create less pressure for it to actually go past there, past this seal. Okay guys, that's all for today's video. So we managed to fix that stripped thread in the timing chain cover, and also that little return oil pipe on the rear mains bearing cap. So anyway, if you like what you see, please subscribe, make comments, click on like and that sort of stuff as well. Help this channel to keep growing, and by doing so we can actually do more stuff. So until next video, I'll sign off. See you later.